Installing OpenText ACDI. Basic installation of ACDI version 26.2 on-prem. First video in the Installing OpenText ACDI series. Hello. In this video we will go through the installation process of OpenText ACDI 26.2. ACDI was uploaded to the server beforehand. So the only remaining step is to unzip the archive. After extracting it, we can open the resulting folder and review its contents. Before starting the installation, let's take a look at the key options available in the installer. These options are best left at their default values, but they can be changed if necessary. Installation path, the location where ACDI will be installed. ACDI data, the location where ACDI and Opensearch data will be stored. ACDI logs, the location where logs for ACDI components will be stored. Root user is required to install ACDI. Now let's start the installation process using install.sh. Before the installation begins, the installer checks the minimum required disk space for both the ACDI installation folder and the ACDI data folder. It also verifies the file system type of the folder containing the ACDI data. A mandatory requirement is that this directory must not be located on a network drive, specifically a network file system, NFS. A native file system is required, and for optimal performance, fast SSD storage is strongly recommended. It is to see that the installer also checks the file system speed of the folder containing the ACDI data. If the detected speed is insufficient, a notification will appear indicating that the performance does not meet the requirements for a production environment. Let's proceed with the installation. During this process, all required folders specified in the configuration file will be created automatically. We are now prompted to enter a Linux username. This is the service account that will be used to run ACDI components. We recommend keeping the default username, ACDI, unless there is a specific reason to change it. The next step in the installation process is to provide the fully qualified domain name, FQDN, of the server on which ACDI is being installed. Next, enter a password for the local ACDI service user. After that, provide a password for the Opensearch admin account, which is also a local service account. We have now moved on to the LDAP connection configuration. We will use a secure LDAP connection. At this stage, we must specify the eDirectory LDAP server in the following format: hostname, port. Now let's enter the service account username that will be used to access the LDAP server. We will use admin, although an alternative service account may also be used. The service account must have read access to the entire tree, as it will be used for snapshots and for searching usernames during LDAP authentication, if that option is enabled. We are now ready to create the configuration and set up the startup scripts. This process may take some time, depending on a system's performance speed. Great! Everything is now configured. Let's start ACDI components. All components are now running. Please note that during and after installation, a log file is created in the ACDI installer folder. This file contains installation details and may also include sensitive data. As a security measure, we recommend either deleting this file or moving it to a secure location. ACDI has now been installed. Let's move to the user interface to check whether any additional configuration is required. As we can see, ACDI is installed with a self-signed certificate, so a security exception must be added. Let's log into the service account using the username and password created during the installation process. Since the server on which ACDI was installed has 32 GB of RAM, it is recommended to increase the amount of memory allocated to Opensearch. "32 GB is the minimum amount of RAM required for the system to function, so we can allocate half of this memory to Opensearch. To do this, navigate through the user interface to the Opensearch administrative settings, then to the Opensearch JavaScript virtual machine settings, and modify these two parameters. Next, let's save the settings. And restart Opensearch for the new configuration to take effect. Opensearch has restarted. As you can see, everything is working properly and the program is functioning correctly. We can create a test snapshot now. This may take some time. The snapshot service has started. Let's return to the main page. Here, you can see that the number of objects in the snapshots has started to increase, which indicates that the product is operating normally. In the next video, we will guide you through the driver installation process. Thank you for your attention. Have a good one.